Main Street, USA, and every one of those buildings is 5/8 real size.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for some of the wildest myths about Disney theme parks and whether they're fact or fiction.
Nobody ever gets the chance to see us, only a special few.
Number 5, fake. Disney's turkey legs are made out of emu.
They're
Wait,
emu.
the big turkey legs that
They're
people eat?
emu legs.
No, they're not.
Shocker, right?
From Dole Whips to Mickey-shaped pretzels, Disney has become well known for the delicious food items in their parks. One of the most popular offerings is their jumbo turkey legs, allowing guests to channel their inner caveman.
The process in producing our turkey legs is really a secret.
Ooh, a juicy secret?
Juicy.
Well, give us a hint then.
There's a lot of roasting and special spices involved. And of course, a little pixie dust doesn't hurt.
Their massive size led some, even actor Zachary Levi, to speculate that they're made of emu meat. Not only is it illegal to sell mislabeled food, but experts say that the price of emu would be too costly for Disney to sell their reported 2 million turkey legs a year. They're so big because the meat is from male turkeys, or toms, which are larger than females. This rumor has been debunked more than once, so guests can rest assured that they are, in fact, eating turkey.
I don't care if the turkey says the dog is a turkey. The dog is not the turkey. The turkey's the turkey. You turkey. Come on, fuck it.
Number 5, true. Fake flags on Main Street, USA.
Making it the happiest street in the world. So let's go there now and join the crowds for Fantasy on Parade.
If you've had the pleasure of strolling down Main Street, USA at Disneyland in California or Disney World's Magic Kingdom Park in Florida, you might have noticed some flags seem off. While it's true that the parks display prop flags missing some stars and stripes, it's not to avoid following the United States flag code, as some believe.
I'm walking right down the middle of Main Street, USA. It's the heart of America, the heartbeat of a holiday.
The code doesn't require the park to lower or take down any American flags. It's just a guideline, and not adhering to it doesn't result in a penalty. Walt Disney based Main Street, USA on his hometown of Marceline, Missouri, and wanted it to have turn of the 20th century style, meaning an American flag with fewer than 50 stars is era accurate.
You find yourself in a bygone time, another world. The clock has turned back a half a century, and you're in the main square of a small American town, the year 1900.
Number 4, fake. No one has ever died at a Disney park.
He died doing what he loved. People who knew Austin Wunenberg say being a driver for Disney's monorail was his dream job.
At Disney parks, cast members often go out of their way to make sure guests have a magical experience. But that doesn't mean anything can ever go wrong. It's been rumored that Disney has a policy that no one is allowed to be pronounced dead on property to protect the company's image. Decades of reported fatalities prove otherwise. Unfortunately, there have been several tragedies in and around Disney parks, including a 1981 homicide, a 2009 monorail crash, and a 2016 alligator attack.
The report by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission is heart-wrenching. It clearly states that Matt Graves did everything he could to try to rescue his son Lane from the clutches of an attacking alligator.
As for their rumored no death policy, it likely stems from how the company handles incidents in the press. In 2023, Disney infamously attempted to use Disney Plus terms and conditions to keep a wrongful death lawsuit out of court, though later backtracked.
The waiter guaranteed certain foods could be made allergen-free and confirmed several more times. She died soon after from anaphylaxis due to elevated levels of dairy and nuts in her system.
Number 4, true, mostly. Disneyland's Matterhorn has a basketball court.
You see, there is a common Disney legend that one of Disneyland's most popular attractions contains a secret basketball court.
Yeah, there is. The top of the Matterhorn is supposed to have a basketball court.
The idea of any Disney attraction containing a secret basketball court inside its walls is far-fetched. That doesn't stop people from believing that Disneyland's Matterhorn bobsleds has one, and it happens to be true. To give guests an authentic experience, Walt Disney employed professional climbers, and sometimes Mickey Mouse himself, to periodically scale the 147-foot-tall mountain.
Climbing it has become a daily event.
The climbers and Matterhorn ride operators use the open space at the top as a break area where they set up a hoop. While not a full state-of-the-art basketball court, they did create a makeshift half-court with just enough room to shoot hoops in their downtime.
We knew the rumor about the basketball court, and as we're coming down the stairs, we all stopped, and at the same time, it's like we turned around, there is a basketball hoop up there.
Number 3, fake. Disney World sits under a dome to prevent bad weather.
But most important, this entire 50 acres of city streets and buildings will be completely enclosed.
Florida, aka the Sunshine State, is known for its warm year-round climate, making it a perfect place for Disney parks. However, any Florida resident will tell you that the state gets plenty of bad weather.
Rain pouring down at Disney World. This was the scene at Hollywood Studios tonight. Guests running for cover.
So the myth about a dome over Walt Disney World Resort is irrefutably false. The parks will close down when storms pose a risk to the safety of guests and cast members, especially during hurricane season. The rumor was born out of Walt's dream of creating a futuristic city called Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow, or EPCOT, which included an enclosure for better weather conditions.
In this climate-controlled environment, shoppers and theater-goers and people just out for a stroll will enjoy ideal weather conditions, protected day and night from rain, heat and cold, and humidity.
Disney knows how to prepare for bad weather. Although Magic Kingdom's Cinderella Castle cannot be moved or disassembled during storms, as rumored. Number 3, true. The Beatles officially broke up at the Polynesian Resort.
Disney World, I was there on the most crowded day of the year, around Christmas or something. And people didn't bother me because I was just one in a million people.
The breakup of the Beatles was big news in the 1970s, but not everyone knows how it's connected to Disney. After years of tension among the group, the Fab Four finally called it quits in December 1974. However, they weren't all together for the signing of the dissolution papers.
So the collaboration thing stopped with the end of the Beatles, which was about 10 years before he died. So I'd got used to having lost that.
Ringo Starr had already added his signature, while George Harrison and Paul McCartney signed in New York. It's been rumored that John Lennon was a no-show in New York City, and it's true. He was on holiday in Florida with his oldest son Julian and then girlfriend/assistant May Pang, where they stayed at Disney World's Polynesian Resort.
Here we are, this is like John ready to sign the dissolution papers of the Beatles back in the big day. And we were on our vacation with Julian, his oldest son, and we were down at Disney World at the Polynesian Resort, and the 2 lawyers.
On December 29th, a lawyer brought Lennon the agreement to sign at his hotel, which officially ended the band. Number 2, fake, mostly. Toy Story characters drop when guests yell, "Andy's coming."
Sergeant, repeat, resume your positions now!
Andy's coming, everybody! Back to your places, hurry! Get to your place.
There was a time in Disney parks when shouting "Andy's coming" in Toy Story Land would make the characters stop and drop to the ground like actual objects. It was fun for a while, but then a meme went viral in 2013, prompting guests to test it out themselves. After it became overwhelmingly frequent, Disney changed their stance on the trend, citing safety concerns.
Who's named Andy?
Everybody would turn around.
That didn't help, did it?
However, guests can get a similar experience at the Roundup Rodeo restaurant. So while it was technically true at one time, it's since been discouraged. See, this is why we can't have nice things.
We need a staff meeting. Everyone, a staff meeting?
Oh, not again.
Oh, come on.
Number 2, true. Human remains scattered in the parks.
You did something very special with her ashes.
Yes, I did.
Probably without permission.
No one should do this.
Yeah.
After someone passes, it's common for their family to honor their last wishes, including where they want their ashes spread. However, people related to die-hard Disney fans have been illegally sneaking human remains into the parks for years. They often scatter ashes around the foliage and/or on rides like Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, and It's a Small World.
We went right to Small World because that's what we've always done. That was my mom's favorite ride.
When guests are caught, cast members have to shut down the ride and call in a HEPA cleanup, or Code A, because it's a health hazard. Leaving a small piece of a loved one in their favorite place is sweet, But spreading ashes in Disney parks only leads to their remains being vacuumed and thrown away. That's no way to honor them.
We have 3 simple rules. Arms and legs inside the ride at all times. Fast pass holders move to the front. And 3, no dumping of the remains of dead relatives inside the castle.
Number 1 fake. Walt Disney was buried in Disneyland.
In fact, the rumor is so persistent that it has sparked another even crazier one, that the smash hit cartoon Frozen was made specifically so that when people Googled Disney and Frozen, they would no longer get any results about Walt's non-existent scheme to turn himself into a human ice cube.
On December 15, 1966, Walter Elias Disney tragically passed away after a battle with lung cancer.
I'd give anything to be there with you, but this seems to be one of those times I'm tied down here at the studio night and day.
Since then, there has been a long-held myth about what happened to his remains. Even if you aren't particularly a fan of Disney, chances are you've heard that the innovator had his body cryogenically frozen and stored in a freezer under Disneyland's Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
That's right, anything's possible in Disneyland.
However, others have speculated that he was actually buried underneath Cinderella's castle in Florida. The truth is much less elaborate. Walt was cremated and his remains were buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California, where fans often visit and pay their respects.
We are looking into a story that's going around. It claims the frozen body of Walt Disney will finally be thawed in December with the hope of bringing him back to life. This is fiction.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1 true. Magic Kingdom has a suite inside Cinderella's castle.
This is pretty cool.
Hey Adam, welcome to the Cinderella Castle suite.
Ever gazed up at the Cinderella Castle in Magic Kingdom and wondered what it would be like to stay the night? Well, it's possible.
And not only are the views amazing from the window, they tell the story of Cinderella. Or you could just watch it on this mirror that is magically playing the movie.
The 650 square foot space was originally built to be an apartment for Walt Disney, but the visionary passed away in 1966, 5 years before construction was completed. In the past, the unfinished area was used for storage, a call center, a dressing room, and eventually became a hotel suite in 2006 for Disney's Year of a Million Dreams celebration.
But the coolest feature we do have is probably our jacuzzi tub. Everyone seems to love that. You can see on the walls we do have 3 mosaics, each are 10,000 tiles apiece.
These days, the 17th century French-inspired suite is an invitation-only experience that cannot be booked like a regular hotel, though you can win an overnight stay through occasional contests and charity auctions.
Finally, we can say yes, there is a beautiful Cinderella guest chamber just waiting for a lucky guest to be able to stay in.
What's the wildest Disney park rumor you've ever heard? Was it true? Let us know in the comments below.
Are the bones in Pirates of the Caribbean actual human remains? Ken, what say you?
This one's true and false, Matt.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.